Bleh, 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 bleh. Something wrong with the dinner I made tonight? It tasted fine to me, Jersey guy. Oh no, Johnny. Dinner was fine. Thank you very much. I can't get the taste of rooting for Detroit last night out of my mouth. Everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators defeat the Chicago Blackhawks in the United Center in Chicago, Illinois for the last possible time this season by a score of 3-1. After getting deflated, humbled, whatever word in the universe you want to use to describe whatever that loss was on Wednesday, this team threw that loss in the trash, cleaned themselves up, dusted themselves off, and showed the Chicago Blackhawks who is still boss. The Preds are now finished with the Chicago Blackhawks this regular season. There is no way both of these teams are both going to make the playoffs, and the Preds finished with a 7-0-1 record against them this season. Last regular season meeting between these two teams, like I just said in the intro, and the Preds go right back to Saros to get them the win in this game. Because let's be honest, I don't think I hammered or encapsulated it well enough with Wednesday's angry reaction video, but it was not Saros' fault for that loss. Sure, you might be able to blame him for the overtime goal, but he had no responsibility over the 3 goals in the third period. If the team in front of him had done his job, he would have gotten them the victory. But on to Friday night's matchup. The Preds no worse for the wear, as Trennan and Sissons both have a solid chance early to open the scoring, but can't get the puck past Subban, who is also back in net for the Blackhawks after his solid performance on Wednesday. Both teams getting a lot of shots in the first as they get into the flow of things. Preds' best chance of the first period is a 2-on-1 with Arvidsson and Johansson, and RV gets it over to Johansson, but he can't lift it, which is what he should have done, and it would have gone in a net. So instead, Subban only has to make a pad save, and the game remains scoreless after the first period. Blackhawks slightly outshooting the Preds 11-8. Again in the second, both teams generating chances, but fast forward to just about 6.5 into the middle frame. Tolvanen over in the corner to Subban's left, gets it to the front of the net, over to his right to Ryan Ellis, who just throws it on the net, hoping for traffic to ensue. And it does. Mad scramble right in front of Subban. Whack, whack, whack away. And Ryan Johansson opens the scoring. 1-0 Preds. Despite being outshot by the Blackhawks at this point, and they would be outshot in the period 13-12 overall, the Blackhawks aren't really overwhelming the Preds, which is helping their endurance for this game long term. Let's fast forward to just over 3.5 left to go in the second period. Mikael Granlund is behind Malcolm Subban, and he's looking for an option, and he gets it out front to a man who had been seeming to be doing the Tennessee two-step, eluding Chicago defenders, leading up to that pass by Mikael Granlund. It's Luke Cunnin. He's right there. He gets it past Subban. 2-0 Preds. It doesn't matter that the Preds are being outshot for the second straight period in this game. What matters is it is 2-0 Preds after 2. The minutes tick by in the third and final frame, and Chicago can't seem to be getting anything going. Heck, they only had 6 shots on goal for the entire third period. Just past the halfway point, Matt Duchene gets a partial breakaway on Malcolm Subban, and this would have been the dagger. Maybe Saros could have gotten his shutout. Yes, I said shutout. It's not like I spoiled it. The game is over. Duchene gets a partial breakaway. Subban makes the save. Duchene has got to put that puck into the net, and we play on. Play of the game, though, I think, for the Preds getting this victory is later in the third period when the Preds had a power play. The Chicago Blackhawks generated a 2-on-1 shorthanded, and just as the pass was about to be made, Mattias Ekholm made the perfect block to prevent the pass from being made to keep 0 on the board for Chicago. Under 4 minutes left to go in the third period, the Preds would get what would be the insurance goal. Ryan Ellis gets the puck over to the far corner to Eric Haw, where you basically can almost not see him high, and just throws it at the net and it just gets through past Subban, who is not hugging the post quite enough. 3-0 Preds. That should be it, right? Well, it should have been enough, but it wasn't, as Hinostroza for Chicago a little after that gets the puck, who just gets enough that he doesn't clear Saros's left post, but gets just across the goal line. And Ekholm looks to be the hero of the game again, but even though he got his stick on it, the review showed that there was just enough white between the puck and the goal line, and the Blackhawks spoil UC's what would have been a beautiful shutout. 3-1 Preds. And fortunately, unlike Wednesday, a certain afternoon drive time host on the Preds flagship station cannot jinx this game like he tried to tempt fate again tonight. Go back and see his tweets. I'm not going to say his handle. And the Preds would win this game 3-1. So for 55 minutes, we felt pretty home and cool there, right? Got a little nervous at the end. Like I said, a certain afternoon drive time host tried to tempt fate again, but they pulled off the victory and we're good. So here is where we're at in the standings. So with Detroit's huge favor included in this, Chicago has played 48 games, has 1 game in hand on Nashville, is 5 points back of them, and has 20 ROWs. Dallas now has 3 games in hand on Nashville, is 4 points back of them in the standings, and has 17 ROWs. The way I see it with the ROWs as the tiebreaker, Dallas, essentially to ensure they get in over Nashville, has to be ahead of them in points. So let's say they have 5 points to make up. Nashville is now off until Monday, when they have a back-to-back with Florida, and then they have a whole 3 days off until they face Dallas in Nashville a week from tomorrow. If they can get, I figure, 4 points out of these next 3 games with 7 games remaining on the regular season schedule, I think they'll be okay. And in the meanwhile, let's all get ready to root for Detroit one more time tomorrow versus Dallas. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media by clicking on the channel name. Rest up, boys. Possible first round playoff preview starts on Monday.